big tooth.
Yeah, but
they're very toothy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
The Blackhawks open at Utah, Winnipeg, Edmonton, Stanley Cup finalists from a year ago.
The circus trip is out of the way.
And Calgary. That's a tough start. Let's get out to the CarX Tire and Auto guest hotline. Pleased to welcome in number 49, Tremaine Edmunds of your Chicago Bears, joins Carmen and Jurko on your home for Bears football, ESPN Chicago and the ESPN Chicago app. Tremaine, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
We're doing pretty well. How you feeling after a win against the Rams to get back to 500? You guys feel good about that?
Most definitely, man. I always feel good after a win. Obviously, we know the difficulties of winning in this league. So anytime you could, end it off a win, it's always good.
What'd you like about what you guys did defensively, maybe specifically inside the red zone where you really seemed to tighten up and stymie them?
Yeah, I think anytime, you can hold teams to field goals, obviously that's setting yourself up for success. In a perfect world, you want to prevent the offense from getting that low. But, at the end of the day, when they do get down there, it's all about blowing up. It's all about, not bending and or not breaking and, setting the team up to just, settling for field goals. I think anytime you can limit team to points, limit teams to, and particularly touchdowns, obviously always good for the defense, always good for the team.
Yeah. You guys seem like on the defensive side of the ball, you're playing to expectation for sure. You guys have looked and played like a top 10 defense. Can you take us through just what the week was like up there, though, last week, Tremaine? Because it seemed like, I don't want to say tumultuous. That's probably too strong a word, but the offense had some issues and there were some meetings that were going on between some of the veteran leaders and the offensive coaching staff. And one of the most venerable players on your team, in Mercedes Lewis, said, guys need to be coached harder maybe. What was the week like? Did any of that spill over to the defensive side of things up there?
Yeah, nothing really spilled over. I think it's as a team. It's just really everybody just taking accountability just to want to get better. And I think when you have that dynamic, it's setting your team up for success because there's no pointing a finger. Everybody's looking at themselves in the mirror and saying, hey, this is what I got to do to be better for my team. And when you have that mindset, when you have all the guys on the team, all the, the staff, the coaches, everybody thinking the same way, it's no choice but to get better. And, that's the thing that I, enjoy the most about just being surrounded by these guys and, being surrounded by, just the staff because, everybody, wants to be that guy. And, at the end of the day, sometimes with having that mindset, sometimes you may think that you have to, reinvent the wheel. But at the end of the day, man, you just got to put your head down, do the things that got you to this point, and just show up as your best version, and that's good enough. So I think it was just a lot of, everybody just, paying attention to, the attention of detail that they needed, understanding their assignments and, just going out there playing fast, man, not being afraid to make a mistake. And at the end of the day, man, the work that we put in throughout the week, that should give you the confidence to go out there and just be your best self because we work extremely hard. So at the end of the day, as a man, sometimes you got to just rely, on the work that you put in and, trust that you've done enough, to put your team in the best position to have success.
Tremaine, the number one thing is winning when you're a football team and when your defense is keeping the teams out of the end zone. But this was a team that was number one against the rush last year over the course of 17 games. Not quite there yet this year. What do the Bears and the defense need to do to tighten that up so they're a little bit better against that run?
Yeah, most definitely. I think, obviously when you want to be the best, it's important that obviously you go back and look at the areas that you need to get better with. And, obviously where we finished off last year is where we want to continue to, build ourselves towards getting to that point this year. But I think, like I said earlier, it's not about reinventing the wheel because we have all that we need. It's just about, a little bit more attention to detail, just understanding certain things, understanding, where we fit in the defensive scheme and where we fit in, the play card that they have right there and just make the plays when we're in those positions. We're not far off from being where we need to be at. We have the guys to do it. So now it's just about, improving each a little bit every week because, we have everything that we need. Guys are working extremely hard. Guys understand, the areas that we need to get better with. So I think that's just the number one thing. It's not like a buy-in type of thing because guys understand where we want to get to. And we have guys that want to be at that top spot. So, we're working towards that every day. Obviously, that'll be a big attention to detail this week, but that's definitely something that we'll get better with for sure.
We're talking to Tremaine Edmunds. It's Carmen and Jurko on ESPN Chicago and the ESPN Chicago app. What's Caleb been like as a teammate, and what kind of growth do you see out of your young quarterback right now?
Yeah, I see a lot of growth, man. Obviously, being a rookie isn't easy. Like I've been there before. You're going to go through growing pains, but, that's what you take pride in, the journey, because this league is a journey. And you know what I mean? Obviously, he's a young guy, but he was, I think there's a little bit of people may look at it as pressure. And I understand it may be pressure, being drafted number 1 overall to come in and, people from the outside want to change stuff immediately. But, at the end of the day, man, it's a process, it's a journey. And I think he's, he understands that. I think he's enjoying the journey. He's enjoying, going through a little stuff, going through a little adversity and being able to come back and, still be himself. He's still the same guy from when I first met him the first time. And, he's our leader. We all behind him. And I trust him. You know what I mean? I trust him. I trust that, he's doing everything he can to put us in the best position as, just being leader of our football team. And, just his mindset, his work ability, and just like his mind, his want to get better, his mentality. Like, it's something that you just can't teach. You know what I mean? A guy either has it or a guy doesn't have it. And, from day one, I saw with him, like, he has that mentality. He has the mindset of wanting to be the best. You know what I mean? So it's nothing but adversity that all of us have faced before. You know what I mean? So just seeing him be able to come back, obviously, have a good performance this week. And, not just this week, he's been doing some great things. You know what I mean? Like, we have to, kind of change our perspective and, congratulate him on the things that he's doing, because he's doing some great things. And, I think every part of the way is going to be a great experience for him, because experience is the number 1 teacher in this league. And, as he go through things, none of them are losses. It's all lessons. Yeah. And as long as he, looks at it that way, as long as we look at it that way as a team, everybody will be good, because at the end of the day, he's not out there by himself. You know what I mean? This is the ultimate team sport. So it takes everybody out there to get the job done, not just one person.
I know you guys won't get caught looking ahead to anybody other than the Panthers right now, but are you looking forward to this London trip? The Bears have done it a few times in the past. Did you do it in Buffalo at all? Have you played in one of these international games, and are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. This is my first international game.
Okay.
So, I'm not really familiar with the whole experience, but definitely looking forward to it. Like you said, though, we got to get through this week as far as, get a win this week, get some momentum going out there, and then, we handle that when it gets here next week.
You found the perfect partner, Edmunds.com. I mean, this makes too much sense. I don't know if this was in the family or not, but tell us about the partnership with Edmunds and what you guys are doing and what they're doing with some of the great young stars across various leagues named Edmunds.
Yeah, most definitely, man. I'm extremely stoked to get, the opportunity to be, partner with the car shopping website Edmunds. They put together this fun collab with pro athletes. So me and my brothers, man, we were stoked to be a part of it.
Yeah, that's great. ESPN, go to Edmunds.com/game day for an opportunity to win free tickets and parking to the Week 10 game against New England. And that's what Tremaine is helping to promote right now. So again, you can go to Edmunds.com/game day. You got an opportunity to win free tickets to that Week 10 game, November 10th, when the New England Patriots roll into town. Hey, a couple things before we let you go. First of all, I don't know. I don't want to bring up bad memories here if you've gotten over it, but I was watching your alma mater against Miami on Friday night. That was a great game. And I don't know if it was a catch or wasn't a catch, but I know the way it was called on the field. And you guys got robbed on Friday night. Have you gotten over that yet?
Man, why did you have to bring that back up? I tried to forget about that.
It's terrible, Tremaine.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, man. I think it was a lot of. It was a couple. It didn't come down to that last call. It was a couple calls throughout the game that I felt like could have went one way or the other. But I mean, things happen the way that they happen. I'm not gonna come on here and make an excuse, but we'll bounce back next week coming up here.
You guys play a great game against them because that Miami team looks pretty good, and you gave them the first real test of the year. So that was impressive. Last thing. So my partner here, Jurko, played 10 years in the NFL. He was a rookie on Miami's practice squad in 1990. And from the moment you were drafted to the moment you came here a couple years ago, he's always proud to say he played with your dad that one year in Miami.
It's your pappy down there in 1990. His dad averaged 17.4 yards of reception in his rookie year in 1988.
Impressive for a tight end.
It's damn impressive.
That is damn impressive.
Your pappy Jurko says hello.
Tell him Jurko says hi. And he'll remember Jurko because Jurko famously threw up at Dan Marino's Christmas party all over Dan Marino's rug. So ask your dad, say, I was on with some wacky guy in Chicago today.
It looks like Jurko. It looks like Jurko sounds like Jurko.
So he threw up on Marino's carpet. See if he remembers, all right?
Most definitely, yeah. I'll make sure I let him know.
All right, Tremaine. Have a great week of practice. Go get him against the Panthers. We
appreciate y'all.
All right, Tremaine. See ya. There's